What's going on, everybody? Let's talk some video games. So this is something I've been meaning to do for a while. Is go through my Japanese import PS1 games just to take a quick look. This is something I kind of got into by accident at the beginning of the lockdown. I was going through on eBay because at that time nobody was buying stuff off of eBay. So I would look for PS1 games and I would sort by lowest price. And there were a couple of dealers that were pennying out Japanese PS1 games. So I started buying them up. I bought a bunch of them up, and they took like 3 to 4 months to get to my place. That's just lockdown. It is what it is. So I built up this little collection here of imports. And this is a games channel, right? We're games channel. So we'll just go through them because I'm digging them. I don't have a machine that plays PS1 games from Japan, so I have to use an emulator to do it. But it's been pretty good. So let's see what we got. FIFA, can you see that? FIFA Road to World Cup '98, which I enjoyed way more than I thought I would. I thought this was going to be just a dumb little game, and I guess it is, but I dig it, and I wish I had this all in English. But it's been pretty good. The only other soccer game that I have is I have a FIFA game for the Sega Genesis that looks beautiful and has like the 16-bit era sprite work, but it's really hard to control. Like, they didn't want people to stop on a dime because if you're running full speed, it's really difficult to just come to a quick stop. So they coded that into the game, but it makes it feel like everybody's on ice. So it was cool to get a hold of that. Now, I don't know what this is called, but this is a pachinko game. I have a special relationship with Japanese pachinko games. I think they're amazing video games. I love pachinko, and games like this, we don't have them in the West. There's not even like really a niche. There's like just a few maniacs who buy the machines, and that's it. So I get my pachinko games, and I know nobody cares about them with me. Here's another one. This is Paradise Island 2, I think. This is a weird one because, again, it's just pachinko. I mean, the cover work is a little exploitive, but it's just pachinko, and this has had like 8 sequels. And in Japan, when they do their sequels, they just number them. Like this, see, this is number 2. Number 9 is literally just Paradise Island 9, or whatever it's called. But again, it's just pachinko. That's all it is. This one is Chocobo Racing for the PS1. I do not have the I don't have the cover, but this was like 75 cents. This one's just a slot machine sim. It's not even pachinko. It's literally just a one-armed bandit game. And I'm surprised how many of those are in Japan. This is my favoriteest of all of these games. This is the most played. The original Ridge Racer. Yeah, it's great. I grew up playing Rage Racer. I didn't really play the original Ridge Racer back in the day. So, the driving I love. It's a little slippery, but I still love it. The arcadey kind of action. Rage Racer had a bit of an advancement, like get credits and buy new cars sort of thing, and all that's absent from that game because it's too old, but love it. It's so good. This is more... Yeah, this is pachinko. I haven't tried this one yet, but that's pachinko. This one is it's just another one-armed bandit type game, but I find it fascinating because this is the Super Light 1500 series, and this was something they did on the PS1. They released these bare bones PS1 games. Like, there is a super... It's devoid of all color on the case. And if you open it up, the disc is also pure white, like a piece of paper. Like, it's by design, it's all stripped down. And they have a Tetris in this series, and there's chess and backgammon, and a few other things. Sudoku would be like a Super Light 1500 game. But Tetris in particular in this series, I'm interested in getting because I don't know why they stripped it all down like this. I wonder if it was really cheap when it was first released. But there's other similar series for other systems. I think Genesis has a super... it's not called Super Light, but it's something similar, and then it has a 4-digit number afterwards. I don't know. And if you play it, interestingly enough, of the one-arm bandit games, this is the best one. So it's not stripped out of all its features in terms of a playable game. It's got it, man. It's okay. All right, now we're getting into like the real games. This is a lot of like fluff stuff, but the original Ace Combat. I never played the Western Ace Combat, but my father-in-law loves these games. I like the disc art. Check this out. Yeah, super cool. Oh yeah, and it's got the little. I don't know. I don't know a ton about Japanese culture. What do you call these things? Do you know this thing that they put on it when it's brand new? A couple of these have this thing stuck in there, but not many of them. Ace Combat does. You can see it says for Japan only. I got it. And then what's Ace Combat without Ace Combat 2? Look at that cover. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous. Again, I used to play a lot of Rage Racer, and the Ace Combat emblem on this side, there you go. There was a sign in Rage Racer that had that. The disc is also very cool, but a little bit more plain. They went with sort of a gray, with a subtle like watermark outline of the plane in the background. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. And then this is like an insert. This isn't the liner notes, but this is like an insert that came with it. Yeah, super cool. Ace Combat 2. Parlor Pro Junior. That's more pachinko. Yeah, there's a good shot of it. Get it back there. Yeah. This one I'm stoked about. Stoked about. This is Bust a Move, which came out in the United States as Bust a Groove. This is the Japanese version. And I've played this, and it's very playable. The songs are mostly Japanese anyway, with, I think, the exception of Ham's track about the burgers, and that one's in English. The interface is in English as much as I need, and it's very playable, which is really cool. The only thing that bums me out is because I'm playing this on an emulator, there's occasional like blips and slowdown just in the right place, and it's a rhythm game, so it's got to be frame perfect. So, I don't know. It's been a fun nostalgia trip. If I wanted to really get serious about playing Bust a Groove again, I think I'd have to seek out an American version and play it on my actual like PS2 or something. But yeah, that's a fun game. 2 left. This one I've talked about on the air, on the podcast many a time. This is Gran Turismo. This was one of the first ones I got. Not the first, but one of the first ones. This is, I only have 2 like this, but it has like a thicker sort of spine to it. We never really had any of these types of games in the States, just compared to a regular spine. You can see it's a little thicker there. Almost double size, but not quite. Pretty sweet. The original Gran Turismo. Flip it over. There's that. So this is mostly in English, but the names of the cars are all in Japanese. Like, I was only expecting to be able to play the like the arcade mode. I wasn't expecting to be able to do the simulator mode at all because of the language gap. Look at that disc. The disc looks great. But it's actually mostly playable. A few of the things of the small text is in Japanese. The car names are all in Japanese, but you can tell who the manufacturers are, so you can kind of wing it. Yeah, the original Gran Turismo. And I forgot how awesome the original was, because in the US, at least amongst the PS1 games, I only have GT2. G2? GT2. I've only got the second one. So I think the first one, revisiting them, I think this first one's a little better, which is pretty awesome. So there's only 1 game left, and this one is another. The case is a little damaged, but this is Dragon Quest IV. This one's an RPG. I mean, so of course I'm only going to be able to play it on some limited basis. But these Dragon Quest games, I mean, I've played them to death. I'm able to walk around town, get out of the village, and sort of do some battles, which is great. And this was literally like $1.50. So. Listening to the soundtrack is amazing. The way they remastered it, this is a really, really well done game. You Dragon Quest fans, I don't know if there's a way to play this in English. I've been told, oh look at this, it says PlayStation on the top. I'm told that if you dump these onto your computer, you can get patches for some games to play them in English. This would be one to check out to see if such a patch exists. But yeah, man, that's it. Now, if you buy these games individually at regular price, I'm not sure what it would add up to. There's nothing here super valuable, but I probably paid total maybe $25 for this stack. So $25, and again, it wasn't in a lot. It was one auction at a time, spread out over like a month and a half. So yeah, I really enjoy playing PS1 games on my computer now. So that's pretty awesome. Just a little bit of show and tell here for you. And with that, I'll see you guys again very soon. Have a good one.